Jeremy, hello. Very good to see you again.
As always, Rashmi.
I want to talk to you today about Veles Consulting. Now, you're the practice lead for cybersecurity in Veles Consulting. Lots of bad stuff out there happening every day. Even my local prayer group are talking about cybersecurity now, so it's impacting every part of society, including businesses and organisations. Lots of people out there dealing with this. So why should people come to Veles Consulting to talk about cybersecurity?
Okay, so the very fact that everybody's talking about it suggests that whatever organisations are doing around cybersecurity isn't working well enough. It's either not working or it's just not good enough. So we've looked at why is that in the case. There's lots of vulnerabilities in the technology, and there's a lot going on in that respect. Lots of artificial intelligence commentary at the moment about that. And that needs to be dealt with. That's old technology that is vulnerable, and that's new technology that's not really understood. Is that everything? No, it's not. There's something else needed. There's more of an end-to-end approach needed to make sure that the vulnerabilities that the technology we're hearing has is not displaced elsewhere in the organisation. So what we do is we say, look, what is the vulnerability of the industry? What is the vulnerability of the operating model that the organisation has? And then what is the vulnerability of individual roles within that operating model and the individuals who fulfill those roles? Now, the latter two tend to get forgotten by the tech companies because they're technologists. But we need to have an end-to-end view of all that, because if you've got a set of vulnerabilities because of the industry you're in, that influences the operating model. The operating model influences the roles, and that certain roles in your business will be much more vulnerable than others. And then are the individuals, the behaviours that we see in those individuals, appropriate for the roles they're in? So our issue looking at this is about behaviours. It's about behaviour of the operating model, it's about behaviour of the software, and it's about behaviour of the individuals who are working in the organisation. The reason we look at that is because 70+% of all the attacks and all the headlines we see around this subject are caused by human failure or human error, not technology error. So just looking at the tech misses a large amount of the problem. And we can't look at individual bits of the problem, we have to look at everything to protect the organisation.
So may I ask, Jeremy, then, do you have enough expertise within Veles on different types of industries and the different types of operating models and the different processes that involve human beings and people in organisations?
No organisation has that degree of comprehensive understanding. So what we do is we've got a framework that deals with the industries, the operating models, the people and their vulnerabilities. We have a way of assessing all of that to give a balanced view. And then we run a series of partnerships with organisations. Those partner organisations are specifically competent in certain areas of technology or certain areas of operating assessments that we partner with to make sure that we give clients a proper end-to-end solution. The other thing that we do is we have behavioural models which are tried and tested in the industry that we then apply in a proper holistic way. And there's lots of great standards out there. The UK government issues great standards on cybersecurity. We're not going to do better than that. What we do is both apply them rigorously and bring them all together into that big proper solution that we've mentioned.
Okay, so if I was a CEO or a managing partner of an organisation and I think I have a problem cyber because I've heard about it, how should I approach Veles then? What's the way to get to you?
Obviously, talk to us. We're very accessible. We'll have an initial high-level proper conversation with you about what your problem statement is. We'll then help you with refining that. We'll have the conversations with key players in your organisation to make sure you understand the problem statement and refine it. We understand it. Then we'll propose a piece of work that addresses your perceived vulnerabilities. And that gives you an assessment of where you are. At that point, we then can change from being an organisation that will help you in terms of assessment and support through to one of execution. So we can execute a programme of dealing with the vulnerabilities that we've identified. So we move from being a consulting business, an advisory business, into an execution business as well. We have that breadth and depth, and it is very much about our experience coming to fore here. Whatever partners we need to use to execute, obviously we will, but we can't say what those are until we've actually got into the detail of it all. But you need that end-to-end view.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Very interesting.
Okay, pleasure.